Welcome to Hello Hot Springs, the weekly television show that brings you everything about Hot Springs, past, present, and future. Welcome back, Lydia.
Thank you.
And
John, you look so dapper tonight.
Well, thank you. Welcome to Hello Hot Springs again, everybody. My name's John Cooksey.
Lydia Vidonagay.
And we are here to talk about some fun stuff tonight. We got some great guests in the audience, as a matter of fact, that are going to be performing. We have a singer, Angie Ezekiel.
Sylvia Stems.
Sylvia Stems, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I can't
Let's
wait
get
to
a
hear
shot of that.
There she is.
There, how you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me in
So
tonight.
we're really excited. You got a lot of stuff going on. We're looking forward to hearing some good songs.
All right. I'm looking forward to singing for you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Are we going to see
and
a
we have
clip
Eli
of the...
Vega.
Oh, yes.
And let's just get a shot of Eli. He's a photographer, and he's going to be on the show a little tonight. Let's get a shot of him over there. We're zoomed in. Hey, Eli, how you doing?
Very good.
We're going to be talking about photography with Eli Vega.
Can't wait to meet him.
All right.
Do we have a clip about the Business Expo first?
Yeah. So
Because there's been so many fun things that have gone on this weekend.
you know, you just can't keep track of everything that's going on
You
in
do.
town. Well, I'm getting behind on it, but the Business Expo is run by the Chamber of Commerce. Now, we went there a couple times trying to get one of them on the show, but they're real busy, I guess,
Sure.
and so they won't be able to make it down. But I want to brag about, you got the great staff over there, and they are putting on the Business Expo, which they do every year.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how many people don't know about it or don't come. So we got to bring some people down there. Have you
Yeah.
been?
No, I haven't, but I have a job. But
Yeah.
you said, it's for
8 to
people who
3
are
on
searching
Thursday.
for jobs. Yeah.
If you want to just go and meet up with different people in town, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're looking for a job, if you want to say hi to whether it's a pest control company or a bank or whatever, just about everybody's there. It's a full house. It's at the
down there.
convention center.
And it's free admission.
Free admission.
Go wander
8
around,
to
get some
3.
goodies.
Yeah. And Bob, have you been to the Business Expo?
I have not.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's really good. We have a little video, as a matter of fact, of last year's Business Expo, like one minute long. Check
Very
this
cool.
out. This Thursday. 2019 Business and Career Expo, October 17th between 8 and 3 p.m. at the Hot Springs Convention Center, sponsored by the Hot Springs Chamber of Commerce. Come on down and meet local businesses and entrepreneurs. It's a great place for innovators, job seekers, or just those people that want to touch base with some of the businesses in town and the people they know. At 12 noon, there's an Idea Fame Business Pitch Contest where you have 60 seconds to pitch your idea for the chance of winning $1,000 right on the spot. That's the Business and Career Expo between the hours of 8 and 3 at the Hot Springs Convention Center this Thursday. Admission is free.
You are watching the Hot Springs Broadcast Network.
So that's the Business Expo.
Good. Well, we're back to hear a song from Sylvia Stems, Sunday Kinda Love.
Yeah, Sunday Kinda Love. Here's
Can't wait.
Sylvia. Let's see if we can get her on camera doing Sunday Kinda Love. And we have to wait for a little bit of a technical.
I want a Sunday kind of love, a love to last past Saturday nights, and I'd like to know that it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love. I want a love that's on the
Systems. She's going to
It's
talk.
lovely.
She's going to talk later about all the cool places she's going to be performing soon.
I'd love to go see her live.
And we have somebody on the set.
How's
I
it
haven't
going?
seen you all day.
I know, I've not seen you all day. I only see her on television.
All
Oh,
right.
there we go.
Well, tell us about what special you have over at Peter's Flooring and Paint on 1217 Malvern Avenue.
Thank you very much, John. Special as always, the holidays are coming, and you know what? The sun is going down a little bit earlier.
Okay.
And it's all about window treatment, so you can enjoy
Right.
those rooms so you don't have to worry about who's walking outside and everything. 50% off Graber window treatments and free cordless lift, which is a great upgrade. We've been talking about our house
Is that good
'cause
for employees as well?
it is good for employees as well.
A quick
It is
question
good for
on that.
employees as well.
With this automatic thing, can you then set them from your phone, Wi-Fi or something?
Man, you can. You can
Wow.
actually say, Google, I'd like to watch a movie, and then zzz, comes out automatically.
Wow.
The ones we're talking about don't have any cords as such. They don't work on an app. But so we got all kind of price. John likes the automated ones,
Okay.
and I can afford the cordless ones. So
A little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything. So yeah.
Well, thank you. 1217 Malvern Avenue. Say
Yes.
hi to Mama Clem out
Say
there.
hi to Mama
our
Clem,
biggest,
exactly.
supporter out there. And we have 50% off those window treatments. Go down there. A great bunch of people over at Peter's Flooring and Paint, 1217 Malvern Avenue. Thanks for joining us
Thank you,
today.
John.
All right. Right now, we're going to cut back with the Peter's commercial.
We'll come back to the Peters
Yeah.
commercial. We always love that.
Have been in Hot Springs for generations. Others have just moved here. Either way, this town has a deep sense of family. In the friends we meet, the places we go, and the people we care about. These values are just as important to Peters Flooring and Paint. At Peters, relationship with customers comes first. This family-owned business has been here for over 100 years and not only shows their committed efforts in customer service, but in their products they sell. From the well-crafted flooring to the high-tech paint and many more.
We love Hot Springs. We love people. You know, we're in a situation where our customers are our friends. I mean, where else do you get to go to work every day and your friends come to see you, happen to be your customers at the same time? That's pretty cool.
Peters Paint welcomes you to their family and also their ability to make your house a home.
Welcome back. I am here tonight with Eli Vega, and he's a photographer that hails from Eureka Springs. And Woody Abadani, nice to meet you. We're just meeting for the first time. And behind us on the set tonight are some of your photographs that you've taken. Hot Springs is a place to be for art. What do you like? Obviously, you do beautiful landscapes. What do you like to photograph the best?
French landscapes and scenics.
Okay.
But I call myself a life photographer
Okay.
because I can find art in just about any subject.
Sure.
It's
Any
it's
subject.
over
It
there.
could be as simple as a cup or glass.
All right,
Do
you
you-
guys, can you just start again on what you're doing because we had an audio problem. So
Oh, okay.
introduce Eli again.
Well, this is Eli Vega. We have his photography behind us. And it's kind of, that was like our rough draft because we just met. And you come from Eureka Springs, Arkansas. You were there for a few years, but then have been here very recently.
5 weeks.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome. We
Thank
hope
you.
you love Hot Springs.
I do already.
That's wonderful. So you love to photograph landscapes and still life, but scenes,
Scenes, yes.
but really all of life because you can find art in anything. How long have you been photographing?
Well, I've been shooting, as I say,
Mm-hmm.
since the late 1980s.
I said photographing. It's shooting. I'm
No,
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a term we use.
Good.
But photographing is fine. But yeah, since the late 1980s,
So do you have the
it's
ghost
a
thing
hobby.
ready to go?
Sure.
And I was working 8 to 5
Yeah.
in the city of Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
Fast forwarding the picture, several years later, I decided, I think it's time for me to see what I can do with my photography.
It's not in there.
So I started my business about 2010,
Okay.
almost 10 years ago. And it's been a fun adventure. It's a lot of fun. People ask me, do you ever get tired of carrying your camera around? I said, I've tried, but I
Yeah.
don't.
I know. It won't let you go.
No, it's hard to.
And I see you have a book here. Is this your
Yes.
book?
This is my new book. It's in its 4th edition already.
Lovely. And where can we purchase this in town?
Well, I carry it myself. I distribute it myself.
Okay.
But you can also find it online on Amazon and Books A Million
Perfect.
and Barnes & Noble.
Excellent. So we can purchase this online.
Yes.
Do you have a website, a Facebook page, any
Yes,
place that people can reach you
both.
locally?
They can contact me at elivega.net
Excellent.
or Facebook, just Eli Vega Photography.
Super. Well, Eli, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Eli,
And
tell us about the
Thank you.
workshops. When are they coming up again?
thank you.
Oh, the workshop. I have a fall colors workshop coming up just next week.
Oh, great.
October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Where's that at?
Here in Hot Springs. And we're going to be shooting all over town,
Perfect.
especially spend one whole day at Garvin Gardens.
Beautiful.
And that should be nice.
And they can sign up for, people can sign up for these workshops on your Facebook page?
Yes, Facebook or preferably my website, elivega.net.
elivega.net.
Or,
Perfect.
Or through my email, or you can call me.
Super.
That's ELIVEGA.
Yes.
ELIVEGA. Mr. Vega, thank you so much for coming tonight. It was a pleasure chatting with you.
Same here.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
And now I think we're headed over to a video about a ghost train.
I was reading the history of the national park, and I came upon this one or two sentences that talked about something called the Mountain View Railroad. And the Mountain View Railroad in 1888 was granted a charter or a franchise, if you will, by the national park to put in a tourist scenic railroad from Bathhouse Row all the way around North Mountain back to Bathhouse Row. Most people don't know about it. On a side note, believe it or not, they also got the rights to do a casino where the national park got 3%. But that's a whole nother story. The story most interested me was the part about the fact that there's this railroad that they had started building. So I did a lot of walking around the national park and finally found something I believe to be this railroad path. I had stumbled into it before, and I always found it funny that there was totally flat and not a lot of growth growing up, paths that aren't used through the years. I talked to a friend of mine who's really into railroads, and he said, look, especially back in that day, they would take coal ash and they would press it down, and this would make the bed for the railroad tracks. And that explains why today, even 100 and something years later, you're not getting much growth in that area. And it also explains the ability of this path to go totally straight. And here's a train. We even found an area we think is sort of like the station, the loading area or unloading area. And here's this train that was never built. And here we are in this town that we have this history that has just not been discovered. And you might stumble into this trail and walk along it and just not really understand that you're walking on what was supposed to be the railroad, the scenic railroad around the city. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, the Ghost Train Trail, folks. I did that a few years ago, and we're talking about Halloween, so why not put that up there?
I love it. Halloween's our favorite in the historic district
Oh,
where we
okay.
live.
Yeah.
I mean, because Quapaw Prospect is the destination place to go for Halloween trick-or-treating, for the luminary displays in December.
A little bit of
I'm so
everything.
excited.
A little bit. I'm just going to ask the control room if they can turn down the volume of their control monitor. We just got a new control monitor in there, and it sort of echoes into here. It drives me a little bit nuts. Okay, let's talk about something. Heart and Soul Productions. I was
Heart
at
and Soul Preserves.
Preserves.
Yeah.
Production. I was at the.
It's probably a production
Production.
to make these preserves.
So here's the deal. I was at the Arts and Crafts Show at
Right.
the Garland County Fairgrounds. I see this family there, and a lot of people have like, oh, try our preserves. Or, yeah. I take one bite, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Is it
it is
really
the most
good?
homemade type of preserves. Now, I brought one, which is peaches, but they have a bunch that.
We're going to try them
Yeah,
tonight.
we'll try it right now.
That's,
This
again,
year.
you take the big one.
All right, and also I want to say, little shout out. Look at this. Wait, let's get
Hey,
that close
just
up.
a little tea
Hot
time.
Springs, let's get the close up there. Little subliminal advertising.
It's not subliminal when we say zoom in on it.
Hot Springs Realty. That's the company I'm an agent for here in Hot Springs. So give us a call sometime.
Okay.
And let's go to the crackers. Here we go.
Club crackers with peach preserves.
That's
Cheerio.
right. Cheerio from Heart and Soul. I'm telling you,
Well,
right?
that is really
I've
good.
tried them before, but
Okay, I hadn't, but I fed some to the kids.
right?
Because I haven't fed them dinner yet.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, give me the crackers.
I mean, that reminds me, I had a grandmother that made preserves. I haven't tasted these in so many years, this kind of thing. And Heart and Soul Productions is here. I keep on calling it Productions, but they're here in town. And I think they have a phone number. Oh, no, I'm going to give you the email to email these people and say, you should give these out as Christmas gifts. It's not a sponsor. I just want to brag about them because they're
Do you know
really
how
great.
much a jar costs? This a hefty jar of preserves.
It's pretty reasonable. I
Okay.
mean, I can't remember. It's like $5 or $6.
Yeah, you don't
All
wanna
right. As a
misquote
matter of
it.
fact, I think I have a little story on them. Hey, Houston, do you have a story that says Heart and Soul?
I love that our control center is Houston.
Houston, we have a problem. Go ahead
We
and
have a
play
lot of
this. Heart and
problems.
Soul. Play these guys at the Arts and Crafts Fair. Into this, Patricia.
I got into it from my grandmother, Margaret. On my mom's side, we used to go down to Forest City and sit on the porch and watch and smell her make these preserves. So that's how I got into it.
And you're carrying on the tradition.
Yes, I am.
All right, tell us, everybody, the name of it, the place.
Heart and Soul Products.
Heart and Soul Products. Is there a website?
We do not have a website yet.
there's a
My
phone
nieces
number.
are bringing them into this century to put me on Facebook.
All right, we'll do that.
Thank you.
Products. Here's the phone number at Heart and Soul Products at
If it's colder and you do
254-702-6882. 254-702-6882.
I didn't even try to memorize it.
254-702-6882. And
Super.
then let me go ahead and read that email off there.
It's PACROSSLIN55@gmail.com.
You got to slow down for people. Go ahead.
Well, I think we zoomed in on it. It doesn't even make sense.
Okay.
PacRoSlosslin55 Gmail.
But Heart and Soul Products, I mean,
Heart and Soul Products.
are these, I got to stop that. How are these? Are these good or what?
No, they're so good.
Yeah.
I'm not really a jam person or preserve person. This is delicious. And we just put them on a club cracker tonight. And my kids in between the shoots are like coming and asking for more.
Really asking. I mean, they're that good. Yeah.
That's
I'm going to get a
delicious.
bunch for
How
Christmas.
fun. Miss Smucker's who?
What? I
I'm
said
just kidding.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
back
You
up.
wouldn't go back to Smucker's after
Right.
eating that kind of stuff. Definitely the best homemade. All right. And so I want to mention a shout out to Robertson's Heat and Air, one of our sponsors. Great people. We're going to play that. And then let's bring Bob Nagy on the set for a little bit because he's back in town. All right.
Absolutely.
Robertson's Heat and Air. We are visiting our friends at Robertson Heat and Air. We're putting in a brand new air conditioning system in a house here on Harold Street that's never had an air conditioning system put in it. We're here with Zach, and he's going to show us what's going on.
Well, I got an old, kind of chopped up house. It has a lot of rooms. We just figured out what size unit to put in it, and we're cutting in ceiling boots. We'll put 2 in this room, Let's see.
So everything's going to be run through the attic?
Everything will be upstairs, and this one's kind of tight underneath. There's not much space to even crawl. So there's one where he's got it marked. We got that one, this one. We got two going in here. I guess this is the living room, but upstairs up here. Here's where all the tough stuff happens. Right in here in this low spot's where we're going to put our unit. It don't look like much now. Once we get it done, it'll look like a daggum,
Yeah, so it'll be
space
both
shuttle
heat,
or something.
it'll be both heat and air.
Yeah, we're gonna put in a 95 plus gas furnace with a 14 SEER straight AC condenser. But we're gonna put it right there, and it's gonna be going everywhere. We'll have stuff all over this place.
Ducting all over the
Oh
place.
yeah. Look like a big old trunk or something.
All right, so join us tomorrow or the next day as we update Eddie and his team here, getting the Zach, I should say, and his team. But Eddie's your dad working on another house, I'm sure, as we go through and get the progress of the central heat and air being installed. Robertson's Heat and Air. Make sure you check them out if you need some heat or for the winter. You never know. We are here with Mr. Bob Nagy. How are you?
How you doing?
And Bob, welcome back from Cleveland, Ohio.
Indeed, home of the Rock and Roll Museum.
Did you go there?
No, we have not been there yet. It's amazing. We skirt around a lot. We've been to every Goodwill shop, though, in Cleveland. Area.
So what do you see the difference, because you've traveled all around the United States as an electronics engineer, ham radio engineer, what do you see happening in Hot Springs? Because you lived in Austin for years.
The thing you do is, I came here from Austin. The thing you do when you travel around the country is, of course, compare your city to the other cities, ones of comparable size, see what are they doing that we could do. And the one big thing that I saw that we could do is a pedestrian zone.
Okay.
That is a big thing. A downtown square where people come out and promenade, there's no cars, they dress up like they do in Italy. They walk up and down, you meet people.
But we can't do that on Central.
We can't do that on Central. I'm thinking, maybe between Spencer's Corner and the parking lot there, and that road in back by the back of the Porterhouse, that would be an option right there. But that is one of the many things. But I also saw that through Tennessee and parts of Virginia that a lot of the medium-sized towns are really aggressively pursuing tourism and also had a developing their images as forward-looking cities. Rather than looking backwards in any way, looking forward to saying we have solar car chargers in the parking lots. We have solar-free phone charging stations along the way when you're walking. It's just
or we're a completely solar city, which Hot Springs is about to be.
We're going to talk to Bill Burrows a little bit about that.
So what do you think of Austin? What happened in Austin that you're going to see happening here? For the better, hopefully.
For the better? Well, the things, what you try to do is avoid the things that they did wrong.
Okay.
And that is, first they were anti-growth. They tried to stop growth at all. If we can just keep a lid on this. And then they were pro-growth, and they sort of stumbled over their feet at that time, and then things went off of the rails. So the thing that we really benefit here from is a linear growth curve instead of an explosive growth curve is what you want to avoid, because then your roads can't keep up, your infrastructure doesn't keep up. So if we can keep between our bad reputation in Arkansas in general and maybe our city's image as a great place to come visit, we can have more of a linear growth thing and sort of develop more of a city image of being, lest I use the word progressive, forward-leaning, forward-looking, and inclusive, diverse, tolerant, peaceful, wonderful place where people are friendly. And the other thing, too, is I noticed there was a friendly difference between the states as you went from one to the other, the friendliness of people on the street. I'm not sure what that's about.
So are you saying we're friendlier here or not as friendly?
I'm saying we're not as friendly as we could be.
We need to be?
Yeah. Not as friendly
we were talking about that earlier, customer service, how you greet people and how you...
Very important. And also because we're a rural state, a lot of people come from small towns where there's 3 families in the graveyard, and everybody knows everybody, and they really don't need people outside, and they come to Hot Springs and they're not used to engaging, say, a foreigner on the street.
And I try to balance myself, because I could take it upon myself to be a photographer and a tour guide and everything to all the tourists that I see downtown, just talking about, because I love it. And I love telling people what I know.
Great town.
But then a lot of people want to be on their own. So I try to be quiet.
It is a balance, isn't it? And a lot of people come here for the music festival, for example, in June. And from what I understand, Bob Nagy here is now on the board of directors, one of the people.
I am indeed,
I just went to their concert that they hosted at St. Luke's on Sunday. I dragged all of my boys there, and two family members, little boys, and I was flanked by all these children, and it was a violin piano concert that was stunning.
stunning. Well, it's very important. People don't realize that to expose kids to classical music, which is has the basis of all of the rest of Western music in it. It's where it came from in Europe, that if you embed those little musical patterns and melodies, like if you listen to Mozart at a young age and those synapses line up in that way, you can think better. It's like when you read Voltaire, you can speak better. When you listen to excellent composed classical music, it makes your brain function better.
And some of these compositions were recent. I mean, they were in movie themes and things like that, and we sort of recognize a
every
few.
big city has a symphony of music, but we can actually brag that we have our own 1 week, 10 days of music.
Way bigger than this city should have.
And we're one of the only festivals in the world that sponsors the 10 students to come full ride scholarship and learn under the tutelage of all these fantastic.
A ton of mentors, all kinds of sub-programs going on, and lectures, and also the rehearsals are really wonderful. They're free, come during the day, and that's where you can really get some insight.
That's in June. Well, I want to speak of music because earlier on the show we had Sylvia Stems, who you know, right? And she's back again, and we're gonna have her treat us to a little song right now. And let's hear a little bit from the wonderful Sylvia Stems.
As I can't compete, but your heart is as black as night. I don't know why you came along at such a perfect time, but if I let you hang around, I'm gonna lose my mind. 'Cause your hands may be strong, but the feeling's all wrong. Your heart is as black as night.
Awesome.
So good.
Wasn't that amazing?
Yes.
She does great. Now let's try to find out where she is playing.
Yeah.
Angie Sylvia Stems, talk to us here. Where are you performing coming up?
Well, I will be at October 24th.
All right, wait 1 second. Yeah, go ahead. October 24th.
October 24th, I will be at 150 Creek Street.
Okay.
Which is across the creek from the farmer's market.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick's Realty is doing an open house there that night. And it's a really high concept open house for this beautiful new space that's available. And I'm super excited to be performing there. That'll be October 24th from 4 to 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see, October 31st, Halloween,
Ooh.
I will be in North Little Rock and in Argenta at the Joint Coffee Shop. And
Nice.
There with
North Little
Cabaret. And that's going to be a lot of fun. And then you can catch me November 1st every gallery walk night at Grateful Head Pizza downtown. I perform there from 8 to 11.
On Exchange Street,
On
for those who
Exchange
don't know.
Street,
Yeah.
100 Exchange Street. That's every gallery walk, the first Friday of the month. And then I'll be doing New Year's Eve at the Waters again this
Oh
year.
my gosh, that's
lovely.
so you're basically have no time for yourself right now. You keep so busy. That's
Hitting
wonderful.
up all these events. Are you available for private events if somebody wants to book you for Christmas?
Singer for
Good.
hire.
Torch singer for hire.
I love to do parties and events and fundraisers, and if you need a special ambiance for your evening, I'm glad to lend my voice.
And people can find out. Tell the email they can get in touch with you at, or Facebook.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram. I don't do the Twitters; they're kind of mean.
Okay.
But hashtag
Under
Sylvia
Sylvia
Stems. You can find me anywhere.
Well, fantastic. Let's give her another round of applause. We'll try to fit in another song. And right now, I would like to talk about the film festival coming up. Jennifer Gerber took your place last week to talk about it.
I love Jenny.
And she's really nice.
Yeah.
But have you been yet?
No, I've never
Okay.
been. I say that. I may have caught a film a couple years ago when we first moved.
Well, and since you have young boys, apparently you can get students in for free.
Oh,
Which
that's
you
excellent.
bring your whole class.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know,
I
right?
mean, that's really good. Which you want to bring young people into the documentary genre and get them to know about stuff. I just think that's such a neat thing. And that's going on. Last year, the film festival opening night, I took a little bit of footage.
Yeah.
So a lot of people know about the documentaries. They don't know about the excitement that happens the first night. So we'll go and play that clip right now. Check it out. 2018 opening night. Oh my gosh, I didn't make
We
it.
cannot get through a show, John.
I can't get through a show.
You have to walk in front
That
of
was
the camera.
hilarious. Yeah, I
Every
like
time.
that new
That was
tradition.
good.
Every time.
Thank you for that. Well, I'll tell you what, don't forget about that Business Expo this
Yep.
Thursday, Convention Center, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. I want to thank Bob Nagy for being here today.
Thanks, Bob.
Photography, look at what's going on here.
Yes,
this is Eli Vegas,
beautiful.
www.elivega.com if you want to go to one of his workshops.
.net.
.net. Let me
.net.
start again. That's elivega.net.
Good.
Look him up. And do you have a Facebook?
He said yes.
Yes. Eli Vega Photography. So if you want to get into one of his workshops, that's fantastic.
We've got the documentary film festival coming up.
Coming up. I mean, there's so much going on. The Ghost Train Trail, get out there and walk it. Television@gmail.com if you need to know how to get there. Heart and Soul Preserves. And thanks to Peter's Paint. And I just want to show you, Houston is doing switching tonight because Havla couldn't make it.
so well.
Or Doug wasn't in it. Houston, wave there. That's Houston. And who's in the back?
That's my mother-in-law, Delonte. You got to
Yeah.
wave. I mean,
Yeah.
and there's my son Vinny.
Yeah, so that's
it's a family affair.
You're doing great over there. We're trying to add more cameras and different stuff. You know, this is
great.
19 shows, so the next one will be 20 next week. And I would say it's taken 19 shows to put the whole studio together. There's a lot of behind the scenes preamplifiers, extra wires, noise suppressors, monitors.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah, and we'll get a shot of Bob over here because he helped when we were doing some of the hookup here.
I'm the hardware guy.
Yeah, where's Bob? Let's get a shot of
Here,
him.
I don't know.
There we
He's
go.
not behind the camera, so
No,
he
no,
can't.
no.
So Bob's done a
If it
lot.
doesn't work,
we really appreciate that.
it'll yield to
We
me.
talked about the film festival, and then we are going to Yeah, go ahead.
Well, before we end, I do have to wish my Momo and Paul Chittum, who watch every week, she gave me the shirt actually, but today is their 65th wedding anniversary.
All right.
So Momo and Paul, we love you.
Aw,
Gary and Carol Chittum, they're the best.
That's fantastic. Yeah, and 65 years?
65 years.
Can you believe that?
Married. And she told me the other night that I don't think that she does not remember ever spending one night away from him.
Wow.
They've never vacationed apart. Wow. They've never done anything separately. 65 years.
Wow.
I asked her on the phone today, I said, what do you think you were doing? It was at 4:30 in the afternoon. I said, what were you doing 65 years ago? Well, getting ready.
Getting ready.
Got married around 7 and just a very simple ceremony. It was beautiful and all the great pictures.
Fantastic.
What a great legacy.
Here in Hot Springs? Or?
St. Albans, West Virginia.
West Virginia. Well, I'm glad you made it over here. And thanks for coming back and being my co-host. I hope next week you'll be going to be able to do it.
I'll be here. We're going to celebrate on Saturday in Georgia where they live now.
All right.
So.
All right, fantastic. And then thanks to Sylvia Stems for being here. And we're going to lead out with a little of that, which will go into the credits. And we will see you next week here on Hello Hot Springs. My name is John Cooksey.
Lydia Badonagay.
Bob Nagy. And Bob Nagy over there. Let's get the wide shot there. And thanks to, Paul and Johan and Zeke and Eli and all the people that come in with the show. If you have any questions, comments, or you want to find out more about us, television@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and do whatever you can on Instagram because we have a channel there too.
I'm a subscriber. I'm a follower.
Follower, yeah. Get that following. We're almost up to 20,000 on Facebook.
No way.
And we have over 1,000 on Instagram now.
Good.
So we're going to take it out. Let's give a big round of applause for Andy Ezekiel as she does it last.
You are watching the Hot Springs Broadcast Network.